Hi everyone, welcome to Matlock Bath and to the final part of our A to B Model Railways shop move video diary. It is 8:45 in the morning on Sunday the 18th of May. It's the morning after the day before, the day after of our proposed shop move. And if you've been watching the video diaries that I've been posting all week, you'll know that things haven't necessarily been going according to plan. When I signed off for the last episode on Friday evening, there was still loads to do. We hadn't even got a shop sign. I was feeling very flat, really downhearted. Wasn't sure whether we'd be ready on time. I also said that I wasn't going to be able to post a video on Saturday because straight after the day in the shop, I was heading off to the Motorpoint Arena in Nottingham to see a Bryan Adams concert. So this is the final episode of our shop move video diary. Did we get it done? Well, let's head down to the shop and find out. So just a short walk from the river and come out onto lane A6, and there we are, next to the Horsetree Scrumptious Sweet Shop. We've got yes, we have a shop sign. So I'll just cross the road, go and sort the alarm out, and then we'll have a look round. So let's go inside, and it looks very different from the last time we did a video. Just inside the door on the left, we've got the stand with the hair clips on that we have for the tourists. They sell pretty well actually. Some of the cuddly dinosaurs here, and then we've got the cabinets. So if I just move the chair out of the way, because we've not opened for the morning yet, so there's still some stuff around ready to go outside or behind the counter. Some die-cast toys in there. And then the brown cabinets have our stock of second-hand, N-Gauge, and also 009. Moving on, we've got the Warhammer stand. I still need to do a bit of tidying up for the paints on here. Haven't sorted those out yet, and it is doubling up with our flying toys as well, which we've added to that stand just because there was nowhere else for them to go really. Airfix stand with our starter sets and quick build toys, a quick build Airfix, and then we've got the larger kits up on the top shelf alongside the board games we had previously in stock, and then the rest of the shelves are made up of sort of toys and gifts. We've got a few Funko Pops there. It's not our main range anymore. Mashams, and then scrolling down, of course, to the Squishmallows and soft toys. If I spin round, we've got a couple of roundabouts in the middle. This one here has sort of got DVDs and books on it and a few bits and pieces. It was in the corner of the shop, filling a space in the old place. I've got plans for what to put on that, so it's not going to stay like that. And then the TY stand, unfortunately, never got the TYs on it because the order never came. So we've got sort of diamond paintings on there and more of the soft toys. And in the middle, this side of the middle island, we've got the Pico oils, track cleaning rubbers, point motors and switches, and then sort of Javis, scatters, trees, natural scenics products. On the top we've got the cards and jewellery we sold for the tourists, a lot better displayed than they were in the old shop. And on the end we've got the Tidy Track tools, including the weathering pens, which are really quite useful. Motorbikes already flying about, aren't they? Other side, static grasses. So we've got Javis and Woodland Scenic static grasses. A couple of gaps because we are waiting for a restock of those. Should be coming very, very soon. And then on the opposite side, we managed to get the Gauge Master stand, the Woodland Scenic stand together. We've got sort of mix and match of things on the Woodland Scenic stand at the moment. And then our main railway area is on this side. So we've got the Locos train sets along with the Subbuteo sets at the top, Subbuteo teams underneath. And then if we go further down, we've got the buildings, wagons and carriages, and a few other bits and pieces of sort of track and kits on the bottom. Now the layout is split, which we talked about in a previous video, because the shelves are set the other way round to how the old shop was. We'd have had the scenic section buried in the corner, which wouldn't be too good to see. So we've got the scenic area at the moment, which is a static exhibit with Thomas sat on there. And then this corner section is where we're going to build a new piece, which is going to be my priority over the next few weeks. And that will be a feature of upcoming videos. So we've just got a few bits and pieces to fill the gap. There's the old river bridge section, and then the fiddle yard there. So there we go. We are open for business, and we did manage to get open for business yesterday. Just to sort of fill in the gaps in the storyline, if you like, from yesterday. Got here at about 9:20 in the morning. Disappointed to see that the shop sign still was not up when I arrived. Was feeling quite flat yesterday. I should have been excited about everything, but I really wasn't. Family came with me to lend a hand, and a pleasant surprise as well was when my repair guy Tom Foder turned up not long after we arrived to also help. So there was 4 of us in the end first thing in the morning, and we managed to get the shop floor cleared. This building is actually a former pub, so we've got a cellar. It's not great for storing things because it's a hole down there, really. It's terrible, but I managed to put all the storage boxes down there temporarily. Shoved all the other stuff that we didn't need in the stock room. You can't move in the stock room, which is behind the purple curtain over there. I can't even get through to the toilet. So when I needed to use the toilet and the sink, I had to go into the old shop next door but one. But their help was invaluable. Got the central section nicely presented with all the cards and jewellery and stuff that we sell as well for the tourists. So we got everything up and running, and about 10:22, the signs guy turned up, and I'm going to take back everything I sort of said about him on Friday in the video when I was really frustrated. He not turned up, he not communicated, and I wasn't happy. He said in the call he would do his best to get down Saturday morning. He knew I was opening for 10:30. He got here, he got it up before 10 o'clock, and I am so impressed with his workmanship. He designed that sign to sort of the specifications I gave him, altered it from feedback. He's got it printed, he's got it up. It looks stunning. It really does. I'm going to give him a shout out in a future video and in some social media posts, because credit where credit's due. It's a job well done. And it just makes the front of the shop look so much more professional. I debated the back colour to the sign quite a lot and got a lot of opinion from friends, family, customers and so on about what the backing colour should be, whether it should be the blue that it is or a red to fit in with the colour scheme of the shop. We also had a Brunswick green as well. Decided the blue would be the one that stands out the most, and boy does it do that. It looks stunning. And when it was up and we were nearly there, then I did start to get excited, and I walked across to take some photographs from across the road yesterday morning before we opened to put on social media, and I got quite emotional when I looked at it. I really did, because I think the week's been so horrific at times that I just didn't think I'd get it done. And then when I stood there and I looked at it, the shop with the sign up, it did feel quite emotional and also quite proud. And I did feel excited, and I kept going out to look at the sign more and more because it just looked so amazing. Really did. I was proper excited by that. To think where we've come in 7 years, from a little idea to then trading that small shop where the sign was actually something I printed off on paper on the little square above the door because it was undercover. It didn't need to be weatherproof. Didn't look great, to what is outside now. yeah, it's just such a long journey, and I'm so proud to have got to this point. We were 10 minutes opening 10 minutes late opening in the end. It was 20 to 11 when we finally turned the sign round and opened the doors, which is quite fitting in a way, because I think I was 10 minutes late opening 6.5 years ago when I opened the old shop on that 6th of August. So I suppose it was ironic I did the same. How did it go? Well, I was a bit worried at first because it took ages for anyone to sort of come in. We had nobody through the door for the first sort of 20 minutes or more. And then a few people filtered through and it was quiet, didn't make a sale. And it's going through your head then, isn't it? You know, is it going to be the right thing to do? And then this couple walked in and I recognised them from the model shows. They'd been at Copgrave, they'd been at Hucknall, and they walked round and they were... First time they'd been in the shop. They told me when they made their purchase, they were the first customers of the day, that they were regular visitors to Matlock Bath, but they'd not even known I was here. So the new location on the front was clearly something that was worthwhile for them. And I was so pleased and relieved to have made a sale. I forgot to tell them they were my first customers. So next time I see them around the shows, I'm going to have to tell them, do you know what? You were the first customers in the new shop. And from that, it was a bit of a trickle till about lunchtime, and then my goodness, for the rest of the day, non-stop. By the end of yesterday, I'd had more people through the door in one day than I had across the whole week for any of the corresponding weeks in May through the whole of the old shop's life. Decent takings in the end. Not too bad at all. So I left at just after 5 o'clock, absolutely exhausted, but feeling pretty pleased and pretty optimistic for the future. So there we have it. I'm going to run a few trains on the layout, and then I'm going to come back to wrap it all up at the end of the day and let you know how the whole weekend's gone. But so far, so good. Feeling a bit more positive. So it's just gone 20 past 10 at night, and this is the first opportunity I've had to put the final part of this video together. I'm back at home. I'm sitting here with a very much needed pint of Hobgoblin IPA, and I'm absolutely exhausted. It's been a full-on week, as I think you'll known if you've followed the videos this week. Trying to get the shop moved, trying to get open on time, and then the last 2 days with the shop being open has been, for want of a better word, manic. Yesterday, we recorded our highest daily footfall ever. In fact, the total through the door yesterday was higher than any of the corresponding weeks for May in the old shop's existence. With today's footfall, which was our best Sunday footfall ever by a country mile and only slightly less than yesterday, the total number through the door, and I do count those people, everyone who comes through the door, I'm that anal, the total footfall across Saturday and Sunday, the only 2 days we've been open this week, makes this week the second highest May footfall ever. There's only 1 week, which was the final week of May last year, which included a bank holiday and half term, where we've actually had more people through the door of the shop in a week than we've had across these 2 days. For May anyway. So unbelievable. Sales wise, again, really good sales today, and takings almost the same as yesterday. Really strong sales. So the early indications are that the decision to move the shop have been justified. And I can feel cautiously optimistic for the future. Obviously, it's only 2 days. We've not done a full week yet. So we'll see how things pan out over the next few days and whether the upward trend continues. I hope so. We certainly need it to. But fingers crossed, if the early indications are what we've seen, that it's been the right decision. So this is the end of this video diary journey. And I just want to sort of thank everybody who's taken time to watch the videos, to comment with the good luck messages. I've tried to reply to most people. Thanks to everybody who's posted good luck messages on social media. Thank you to those people who've been down already and supported us. And thank you to those people who've helped with the move. My friends and family, Tom, the repair guy who came down yesterday. It's really been appreciated. I'm not going to name everybody in the video because I think some people don't want to be named anyway. But thank you to those people that know who they are, who have assisted with the move. So next week, we're back to our normal opening hours. So Tuesday, 10:30 till 5. Thursday, Friday, Saturday, 10:30 till 5. And Sunday, 10 till 4. Although, if it's anything like today, we'll extend Sunday hours a bit longer. I think it was 4:30 when we closed today. We are out at an exhibition next weekend. We're actually at the Nottingham Heritage Centre for the Ruddington show. So if you come to the shop next Saturday and Sunday, you'll find it quite sparsely stocked with railway. I have all the toys and gifts, but the railway will be with me over at the Nottingham Heritage Centre for the 2 days of the show, and then I'm not quite sure how I'm going to get this stock back and restocked in time for Bank Holiday Monday. That's going to be a challenge, but we'll see how we get on with that. So I'm exhausted. It's been a long week. It looks like another busy week next week. I don't know if there'll be a video during the week, but I'll try and put one together at the Heritage Centre, showcases some of the layouts, and I'll probably try and mix that in with the Meet the Shop Owner video, which I was planning to do. So still time to drop your questions in the comments box if you want to ask a question for that video. I'll try and perhaps put that together next weekend or over the course of the week for the next video. And then going forward, we'll be back to the normal shop update videos, and I'm going to try and fit into that the corner project of the layout. So I'm going to start to progress that extension piece for the shop layout. Cat's just sneezed. Bless you. So that's it from me. I'm going to finish my pint. Match of the day's on in a minute, so I'm going to sit and watch that. And thank you for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, usual stuff. And I'll see you soon. Take care. Bye-bye.